Good day and welcome to this online lecture on the topic of assessment of physical activity with movement sensors. I am Dr. Semba and this is blended learning course in collaboration between University of Ljubljana and University of Porto. In this lecture we will explore applications related to the assessment of PA with movement sensors. Movement sensors are devices or technologies that are used to assess physical activity by measuring various parameters related to movement, such as acceleration, velocity, and displacement. These sensors can be worn on the body or attached to objects such as phones, watches, or clothing. Common types of movement sensors include accelerometers, gyroscopes, and magnetometers. Accelerometers measure changes in speed and direction of movement, gyroscopes measure rotation and angular velocity, and magnetometers detect changes in magnetic field. These sensors can be used to track a variety of physical activities, such as walking, running, cycling, and swimming. They can also be used to measure sedentary behavior, such as sitting or lying down, and to assess the intensity and duration of physical activity. Movement sensors are commonly used in research studies and clinical settings to monitor physical activity levels and assess the effectiveness of interventions aimed at increasing physical activity. They are also used in wearable fitness devices and mobile apps to help individuals track their own physical activity levels and progress towards fitness goals. One of the most widely used movement sensors are accelerometers. Accelerometers are sensors that measure changes in acceleration or movement speed of an object in 3 dimensions. They are commonly used in physical activity assessment as they can detect a range of movements and provide an objective measure of physical activity levels. Accelerometers can be worn on various parts of the body, such as the wrist, hip, or ankle, and can be incorporated into wearable devices like fitness trackers or smartphones. They record movement data continuously and can be used to estimate the amount, intensity, and frequency of physical activity. One of the main advantages of accelerometers is that they can provide detailed information on physical activity patterns over an extended period. For example, they can detect changes in physical activity throughout the day, including bouts of sedentary behavior and brief periods of activity. Accelerometers are also sensitive to different types of physical activity, including low-intensity activities such as standing and walking, as well as higher-intensity activities such as running and jumping. They can also differentiate between different types of physical activity, such as cycling and rowing. There are many different types of accelerometers that can be used to assess physical activity. Some examples include Graph is a brand of accelerometer that is commonly used in research studies to measure physical activity levels. These accelerometers are worn on the hip and record movement data continuously. Graph accelerometers have been shown to have good validity for assessing physical activity. In one study, Graph accelerometers were found to have a correlation coefficient of 0.71 with directly observed physical activity levels. Graph accelerometers have also been shown to have high test-retest reliability, with intraclass correlation coefficients ranging from 0.78 to 0.94. GenieActive is another popular accelerometer that is often used in physical activity research. It is a small device that can be worn on the wrist, hip, or ankle. The GenieActive has been shown to have high validity for measuring physical activity, with correlations ranging from 0.76 to 0.94 when compared to direct observation or other accelerometers. It also has high reliability, with ICCs ranging from 0.89 to 0.96. Another very widely used accelerometer is Axivity, which is a triaxial accelerometer that can be worn on the hip, wrist, or ankle. The Axivity has been shown to have high validity for measuring physical activity, with correlations ranging from 0.83 to 0.98 when compared to direct observation or other accelerometers. It also has high reliability, with ICCs ranging from 0.90 to 0.98. The main strengths of accelerometers are that they provide an objective measurement of PA, which reduces the potential for bias or error in self-reported measures. Their wide range of activities because they can detect a wide range of activities, including walking, running, cycling, and other forms of physical activity. And very important strengths is their high accuracy because they are generally considered to be a highly accurate method for measuring PA, with error rates typically below 5%. Accelerometers have also some limitations, such as device placement. The accuracy of accelerometer measurements can be affected by the placement of the device on the body, as well as individual differences in movement patterns. Another limitation is the intensity of measurement. While accelerometers can detect the duration and frequency of physical activity, they may not accurately measure the intensity of activity, which is important for determining the health benefits of PA. Furthermore, data processing is another limitation. Accelerometer data needs to be processed and analyzed in order to provide meaningful information about PA, which can be time-consuming and may require specialized software. Another types of movement sensors are pedometers. Pedometers are devices that are used to measure the number of steps taken by an individual. They are commonly used as a tool to assess physical activity levels, as they provide a simple and objective measure of the amount of walking or ambulatory activity performed by an individual. Pedometers typically consist of a small, lightweight device that is worn on the waistband of the individual's clothing, which detects and records vertical movement as steps. Some more advanced pedometers may also measure other variables, such as distance traveled, calories burned, and even heart rate. They have also been used in clinical settings to monitor physical activity levels in patients with chronic conditions, such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. However, it's important to note that pedometers are not perfect measures of physical activity, as they only capture ambulatory activity and do not account for other forms of physical activity, such as cycling, swimming, or resistance training. Additionally, pedometer accuracy can be affected by a number of factors, such as placement on the body, step length, and walking speed. Despite these limitations, pedometers remain a useful and convenient tool for assessing and promoting physical activity. Another movement sensors are movement bracelets, also known as activity trackers or fitness trackers, which are wearable devices designed to monitor physical activity and other health-related metrics. These devices typically come in the form of a wristband or bracelet and are equipped with a variety of sensors to track movement, heart rate, and other physiological data. Most movement bracelets include an accelerometer, which measures changes in movement and acceleration. The accelerometer can track a range of activities, from walking and running to more complex movements like cycling or weightlifting. Some bracelets also include additional sensors such as gyroscopes and magnetometers, which can provide more detailed information about the type and intensity of physical activity. In addition to tracking physical activity, movement bracelets may also include features for monitoring sleep, heart rate, and other health-related metrics. Many bracelets connect to a smartphone app or other software platform, allowing users to track their progress over time and set goals for themselves. There are many different brands and models of movement bracelets available for the assessment of physical activity, but some of the most widely used and well-known ones include: Fitbit is a popular brand of movement bracelet that offers a range of models with various features, such as step counting, heart rate monitoring, and sleep tracking. Garmin is another popular brand of movement bracelet that offers a range of models for tracking physical activity, including running, cycling, and swimming. Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is a smartwatch that includes a range of health and fitness features, including a built-in accelerometer and heart rate monitor. Samsung Galaxy Watch. The Samsung Galaxy Watch is a smartwatch that includes a range of health and fitness features, including an accelerometer, heart rate monitor, and GPS. These are just a few examples of the many different movement bracelets available for the assessment of PA. The choice of which device to use may depend on factors such as personal preference, desired features, and budget. There are also some strengths and limitations connected to the assessment of physical activity with movement bracelets. One advantage of movement bracelets is their ease of use and convenience. They are lightweight, easy to wear, and can provide real-time feedback on physical activity levels. This can be particularly helpful for individuals who are trying to increase their physical activity levels or achieve specific fitness goals. However, it's important to note that movement bracelets are not perfect and may not provide completely accurate measurements of physical activity. Factors such as device placement, device calibration, and individual differences in movement patterns can all affect the accuracy of the measurements. Additionally, movement bracelets may not be suitable for all individuals, particularly those with certain health conditions or disabilities. Thank you for your participation in this blended learning course, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.